I'm Bob Schuetz, and I'm a technology department chair at Palatine High School, which is part of Township High School District 211. We've been using Schoology for, it was adopted as part of our one-to-one initiative early on, so I think about 6 years that we've been with Schoology. As far as day-to-day usage of Schoology, there's a myriad of things. The more users you have, the more unique ways that people find to use it. In my role, I use it as sharing announcements, either to class groups or across the school. We engage in discussions. You have teachers using the calendar feature and providing assessments. So it's a tough question to answer because it depends on each user. There's maybe hundreds, maybe thousands of ways that Schoology is used every day. If I had to describe Schoology to another educator, somebody from another planet that is seeing it for the first time, some people refer to it as a digital hub or some kind of document repository place, but I'd like to think of it as a gathering place. And I've written a post with the help of others for Schoology describing it as a water hole. People go there and they communicate and they share resources, and I like that analogy because it has a really a community feel behind it. Schoology has really changed instruction. As I mentioned, it was part of our one-to-one adoption, so we're one-to-one with iPads in our district. And the device was chosen, and then we came to the realization, well, what does this look like on a day-to-day basis? What does workflow look like? How does all of this exchange take place in a digital environment? And we realized we had a big gap in what we were offering. So that's where Schoology comes into play in providing a means, a pathway for exchange of information, a way to communicate and build relationships. So it's a critical piece to, I think, to modern learning and modern instruction. Regarding student performance, it's hard to put a finger, you can talk about cause and effect and correlation and things like that. I think what it does is it helps keep our students engaged in learning beyond the bells and walls of the classroom. That's a certainty. We see students, for instance, that are on a homebound program that can still interact with their classes and their teachers and still keep up with the content of the course through Schoology. So is it leading to academic achievement? I tend to believe that if students are more engaged in what's going on in the classroom and outside the classroom, if they're more connected to what's happening with their courses and their teachers, then I would think that, yes, that would lead to academic gains. As far as, I don't put a whole lot of stock in digital natives versus digital immigrants. I think we're all learners regardless of age or background. What I really appreciate about Schoology is the way that it brings people together. This conference, for instance, there's so many diverse perspectives coming together and sharing every time I turn around, I'm seeing another unique use for this platform and another way to engage with other learners. So the fact that it's promoting relationships or sparking relationships and fostering and nurturing a place for people to get together and learn, I think that's what being a digital learner is all about. If Schoology disappeared, I can't fathom the thing. You would have some people in tears, frankly. And you'd have others that wouldn't know, okay, now what do we do? What do we do? It's kind of our lifeline in many respects to so much of what we're doing in the classroom with our extracurricular groups, the way we're managing resources and assessments. It would be, dare I say, catastrophic. Well, the vision of digital learning. I see it as a way of, initially I thought bringing people together in a school sense, then as a local sense. And really, maybe this is pie in the sky, but maybe it's digital learning connections in a global sense that we are living, frankly, in the most peaceful time in the Earth's history. And why is that happening? Is it because people around the globe are now able to connect and relate in ways that they haven't before? So to me, being a digital learner means being part of a big global community that who knows what the impact is, and who knows, what wonderful things will come as a result of all of us being able to connect at a moment's notice.